Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
The best games of her career, Angel Reese played the worst game of her career.
You couldn't find it in the WNBA.
Angel Reese and her Chicago Sky brethren got absolutely obliterated by the Atlanta Dream last night.
The vast majority of the hate that Angel Reese gets is field goal percentage and rebounds.
Angel Reese just got absolutely humiliated on live TV after the most embarrassing season start anyone could have imagined. She's missing layups, can't defend a traffic cone, and somehow still thinks she's the reason people watch the WNBA.
Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado publicly embarrassed themselves.
Angel Reese was so bad last night.
At this rate, she's not filling arenas. She's single-handedly turning them into ghost towns. She's the same girl who flexes on court, talks trash about Caitlin Clark, throws elbows like she's in a WWE ring, and then turns around to cry about being a victim when things don't go her way.
I know they have forgotten where this dump used to be before Caitlin Clark carried them to the promised land.
Angel Reese built her entire brand on bravado, talking about how dominant she is, how jealous everyone else supposedly is of her success, and how she's here to take over. Well, if this season is her idea of taking over, the WNBA might need a refund. Because what we're watching isn't dominance, it's a meltdown in real time. Fans aren't just disappointed, they're irritated. They pay to watch basketball, not whatever chaos Angel's bringing to the floor every night. Let's talk about the numbers. In her rookie season, sure, she had some decent outings. She could bully her way to rebounds, slap together a few points, and walk away with a double-double.
9 rebounds, no double-double for Angel Reese. That Angel Reese double-double bet was such a surefire bet last year.
This season, that version of Angel Reese is completely missing. In most games, she's barely hanging on to 12 points and 9 rebounds, and that's being generous. Those signature double-doubles she used to brag about? Gone. And the stat that really seals the deal? She's shooting just 36% from within 5 feet of the rim. That's not just bad, that's catastrophic.
Last year, she was a double-double machine. This year, every game, every 3 games or so, Angel Reese is due for a double-double.
These are the shots that should be automatic. Wide open layups, under the basket finishes, and she's missing them like she's doing it on purpose. And then there's the infamous helicopter layup.
One of her patented unathletic helicopter layups, where Angel Reese appears to be swinging her arms preparing for takeoff, but the only thing that ends up flying is the ball directly into the bottom of the backboard. Watch for yourself.
You know the one, arms swinging like she's trying to fly off the court, eyes nowhere near the rim, and the ball ricocheting off the bottom of the backboard like a glitch in a video game. At this point, it's not just a bad move, it's a comedy. It's the kind of footage that ends up on meme pages, not game highlights.
This is typical stuff, right? This is what we have come to expect from one of the worst offensive players in the WNBA.
She's turning basic scoring attempts into blooper material. And if you thought that was bad, wait till we get to the game that exposed her completely. Atlanta Dream versus Chicago Sky. This was supposed to be a competitive matchup. What it turned into was a one-sided embarrassment. Chicago scored just 31 points in the entire second half.
Camila Cardoso actually knows how to play basketball, while Angel Reese looks like an untrained professional wrestler.
Meanwhile, Ryan Howard went full beast mode. 36 points, 9 for 9 from 3. That's how a star performs. That's what leadership looks like. And then there's Angel, shooting 4 for 10 from the field, missing free throws, and once again failing to get that elusive double-double.
Angel Reese. Again, it's not hard to understand why.
Her teammates? Outperforming her. Camila Cardoso looked like the only one who still cared. Angel? Looked like she was just clocking in to collect another sponsorship check. But here's the real kicker. Her teammates are done trusting her.
The Bravado had the ball with around 10-11 seconds left on the shot clock. Angel Reese is wide open in the post for damn near the entirety of the possession.
In a crucial play during that same game, Angel had a clear post position, and she had one job. Just one. With the shot clock winding down, Angel Reese found herself holding the ball beyond the arc. No defender pressuring, no urgency from her teammates, and somehow she decided the best option was to launch a hopeless, wild 35-foot prayer.
All her teammates had to do was pass it in. Just pass it in. Instead, the bravado appeared to be playing a game of keep away with Angel Reese.
And in that exact moment, you could feel the collective sigh from the crowd, the eye rolls from her teammates, and the face palms across social media. Because it wasn't just a bad shot, it was everything wrong with Angel Reese's season boiled down to one decision. And let's be clear, this wasn't an isolated mistake.
He predicted that there could be building resentment amongst WNBA players towards Angel Reese. Now, obviously, they would not admit that publicly, at least not yet.
This was right after her GM, Jeff Pagliuca, publicly called her out for underperforming and not giving the team what they needed.
Angel Reese just tosses up her prayer here, taking it from 35 feet out, not even looking to pass, and she just stoink throws it up.
You'd expect any player, especially one who markets herself as that girl, to step up, to tighten up, to respond with intensity and leadership. But what did Angel do? She pulled up from 35 feet with the composure of someone who just woke up from a nap and realized the game was still going.
Chicago Sky, this is after your general manager calls you out. This is after your general manager makes public statements in the media.
The ball didn't even come close. Analysts dubbed it a desperation prayer, and honestly, they were being kind. Twitter lit up within seconds. Clips of the shot flooded TikTok, not with motivational music or slow-motion hero edits, but with clown music and crying emojis.
This is where it's going viral. This clip right here, Angel Reese miss getting blocked. Like this is Angel Reese still can't score layups.
Reddit threads dissected the play like it was part of a bad comedy sketch. Reese really thought she was Steph Curry for a second, one post read, racking up thousands of upvotes. Another simply titled the clip, "This is your queen?" The moment became meme-worthy instantly, not because people love to hate, but because you can't be hyped as a generational talent and then play like you've never seen a basketball before.
At some stage, you just got to kick it out. At some stage, you have to kick it out. I didn't think he got offensive rebounds.
That single brick, raw, unfiltered, and utterly embarrassing, has become a symbol of wasted potential, of media-driven hype that doesn't hold up under pressure, of someone who talks big but can't back it up when it matters.
She still can't score layups. And this was just a weird game for Angel Reese.
And what makes it even more damning is that the WNBA isn't exactly a league flooded with stardom. When someone like Angel Reese is handed the spotlight, the endorsements, and the coverage, she's expected to deliver. But instead of rising to the occasion, she's falling apart in plain sight. And that 35-footer was the punchline to the joke that her season is becoming.
Angel Reese is the first player in the WNBA this season to reach 100 rebounds. Farkacast, who, I thought I was following.
And if that shot wasn't humiliating enough, the venue itself made everything worse. The game took place at the Gateway Center, a glorified high school gym in Atlanta that's been dressed up with a fancy name to make it sound more professional than it actually is.
And geez, in a day where Caitlin Clark played one of the worst games of her career, Angel Reese was even worse. Obviously this is where it's going.
It holds just 3,500 seats, which by pro sports standards is nothing. But even with that modest capacity, Angel Reese still couldn't fill it. Let that sink in. This is the same player the media crowned as a star, the same one featured in ad campaigns, cereal boxes, and endless photo shoots. And when it came time to put people in seats, crickets.
It's our Friday night spotlight! Friday night spotlight!
This wasn't just another game. It was the Friday night spotlight broadcast the WNBA hyped up to sell this so-called rivalry, to showcase its stars. The league rolled out the red carpet, the camera crews, the primetime slot, and yet, her team embarrassed themselves on national TV.
Holy crap. The rating was a disaster. Chicago Sky at New York Liberty on ESPN. Not NBA TV, not Ion Network.
The scoreboard was ugly, the performance was flat, and the energy was dead. Reese, marketed as the face of the new generation, looked lost. Not just off her game, but completely disconnected from the moment.
A 0.606 million viewers. And in case you don't know what that means, 606,000 viewers. They barely broke 600,000 viewers for an ESPN primetime game.
And people noticed. KC, a brutally honest commentator, tore into her performance post-game. He didn't mince words, pointing out how Angel's social media clout isn't converting to real fans, real wins, or real results. She may trend on Twitter, but she's not drawing ticket sales. And if you're wondering why that matters, just ask any franchise trying to survive. Hype doesn't pay the bills. Butts in seats do.
You're claiming all these people are watching. I keep telling you. I have told you over and over and over again on this channel. The people that are all about Angel Reese are not.
For weeks now, Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado have insisted everything is fine. They smile in post-game interviews, post each other on social media, and act like the locker room is some sisterhood of unity and support. But anyone watching the games can see straight through it. The body language tells the real story. Teammates walk away when she calls for the ball. Eye rolls happen mid-possession. During play calls, no one's looking at her for direction. It's not subtle anymore. Angel Reese has lost the locker room.
They spoke with the general manager of the Chicago Bravado, Jeff Pagliocca. According to Jeffrey, we need more production out of Angel Reese, and that's yet to come together.
The tension hit a boiling point when general manager Jeff Pagliocca publicly stated, "We need more production from Angel Reese." That wasn't a throwaway line, it was a direct shot at the supposed centerpiece of their franchise. When a GM calls out a player like that in the middle of the season, it's not about motivation. It's a warning. And the worst part? Reese didn't respond like a leader. She didn't rally, didn't sharpen her focus. She kept playing the same sloppy, half-engaged basketball that's been dragging the team down.
He tried to take some of the heat off Angel Reese. He claimed some of the responsibility for her dreadful season by claiming that they need to create better looks for her on the court.
Head coach Tyler Marsh tried to deflect the criticism, saying they need to create better looks for her. But even that is quietly damning. Because when you're a star, when you're the one the offense is built around, you're the one creating the looks. You don't get spoon-fed open shots. You draw defenders, open the floor, and elevate the team. Marsh's comment unintentionally confirmed what fans are already realizing. Angel Reese is not playing like a star, and they're having to compensate for that. Teammates like Alicia Gray have shown visible signs of frustration. There have been multiple possessions where Reese is in the post, calling for the ball, and her teammates look directly at her and pass the other way. And it's not just once or twice, it's becoming a pattern. Body language doesn't lie. When your team starts actively freezing you out, it's not a slump, it's a statement. And it's led to a bigger question. No one thought we'd be asking this soon. Is Angel Reese on the trading block?
That brings us to Angel Reese. Angel Reese was so bad last night that at one point, her teammates decided they'd rather take a shot clock violation than actually pass her the ball.
She came into the league with massive hype. Endorsements, sponsorships, cereal boxes, the face of the new WNBA. But none of it is translating into wins or leadership. Analysts are already comparing her to Derek Carr. Stat sheet friendly, nice for marketing, but irrelevant when it comes to actual victories. And let's be honest, if her name weren't Angel Reese, she probably wouldn't even be starting. There are dozens of players who work harder, play smarter, and get less recognition. Reese is skating on fame right now, and that ice is cracking.
I guess they figured either way, you're not getting 2 points, so why bother? Here we go.
Reports have started circulating that Chicago might be preparing to move on. Whether it's a trade or just reduced minutes, one thing's clear. The front office is done waiting for the version of Angel they were promised, and so are the sponsors. Hype might carry you for a few months, but if the performance doesn't follow, those endorsement deals vanish faster than the rebounds Angel keeps missing. So, what do you think? Is Angel Reese just going through a rough patch? Or has the hype finally worn off and exposed the truth?